We're just sitting here chatting away. Good morning, everybody. Jessica Phillips and John LaRose join us now, and they are featured in the show Treasure Trader, premiering on History Television tonight at 10 p.m. Now, we have to explain a little bit about this. This was following your fiancé, Billy Jamieson. And I mean, I had heard so much about him just being from Toronto, because you guys were based here, and he had the most incredible collection. You explain what this collection was.
Well, our collection is really a cabinet of curiosities. It originated also with the Niagara Falls Museum collection. So that was the first museum in Ontario. You find everything from tribal to curiosities involving shrunken heads and mummies.
Now, that wasn't a Ripley's museum, was it?
No, it's take the or not out. So it's believe it.
Right.
These are full cultures of a lot of ethnographic pieces. So it's not really, is this true, is this false? People use these objects over 100 years old for purposes in their own ceremonies and their own cultures.
Right.
If it's a stool to a paddle to a piece of jewelry or a trophy skull.
Where did his fascination in this come from?
He had so many fascinations. Billy was a storyteller. He was a collector of stories as well. And so everything that really sparked his imagination. He went to Ecuador, Peru with a few of his friends ever so often, and got enthralled with the process of shrinking a head. So he started searching for shrunken heads. And that was one of the pieces of how he sort of rolled into even the Niagara Falls Museum purchase. He collected deco before that and many other pieces. You're a collector. It's something that's in you. It's in me. It's in many people.
Now we're showing some B-roll right now, and this is your home?
Yes, that was our home.
And we should point out as well that you're speaking about Billy in the past tense because he very unexpectedly died while you were shooting this show. Yeah,
he passed away a year in July 3rd, right on his birthday, which is perfectly Billy. It's it's tragedy. It's tragic, but it's very Billy in full circle. And we collected death and cultures that celebrate death as well as life. So it's important to look at even his death and passing and learn from it and learn from his passion.
Right.
And so I always keep a positive outlook on everything with it, and even when speaking in past tense.
Well, John, how do you build the arc of a show when the protagonist is no longer around?
It wasn't too difficult. Most of the stories were shot, and we had a ton of great stories, great artifacts, great adventures with these two all over the world. So the stories were there. It was just really a question of the will of the network, History Channel, and the will of the company, Cream Productions, and Jessica, and there was a decision made to leave it on the shelf or to bring it to life, and it was a pretty easy decision.
And that decision, Jessica, was partly, did you feel like this was honoring all of his life's work?
Oh yes, Billy, this was one of his greatest passions, to be able to share with the world of what he loved.
Yeah.
We did monthly tours, everything from schools to charity events for Mount Sinai. This is something that we always love to do, and to have it put on air, it was a no-brainer. It has to be done. This was his baby, and to deliver his baby is an honor for me. And it wasn't even I didn't have a second thought over it. I just said whatever needs to be done.
So what were some of the? Can you even pick a strangest adventure in this kind of work?
Thank you. It's quite difficult, mostly because we both do collect such a vast variety that it's, comparing apples, oranges, and peas and carrots. Yep. But every moment is always that great adventure. Personally, I know that Billy and I both have a huge passion and love for Paris, mostly because you never know what's going to happen. You may end up in the most amazing collection, having lunch in a grotto, to scouring the Paris flea markets and finding the most amazing pieces, from mummified hawks to an amazing vintage 18th century French Revolutionary Army's jacket.
You're not a superstitious person.
Not superstitious. Well, no, I believe in energy. I can say that, but it's there's no reason to be superstitious if you stay positive.
Okay.
Well, it's like nothing else, really. You've never seen a collection like this or these kinds of adventures. Treasure Trader is premiering on History Television tonight at 10 p.m. Jessica Phillips and John LaRose, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Appreciate it. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a moment.